What's up, guys? Welcome to the NYXUS podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Nix. Tonight, Valar Morghulis. What's up, guys?
What's
What's up?
up?
How you guys doing tonight?
We're tired.
Yeah.
Friday night. Yeah, I bet everybody's tired. Work week and everything.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long week. It's been a long week.
Anger Overdose says, "Yes, I made it to this one. I'm awake."
Nice.
No,
He's usually always there. Last interview, he didn't make it.
sorry.
Bad anger. Bad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just serendipity because I named my Jeep Nix.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was meant to be. I'm kidding. Nyx after the goddess of death.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's the one.
That is the one. That is the one. So how'd you guys start? How did Valar Morghulis come to be?
Um, let's see. Our old singer approached me about playing in a band about 4 years ago, right? And then Joey, 2019, 2018, yeah, something like that. And Joey, our bass over here, is quiet, hiding behind me a little bit. He joined right away, and then DJ in right at December 2021, start early 2020, January 2022. He joined up, and we just started from right there. We originally were more been through a couple drummers too. Yeah, Marcus is the mainstay now. He had an early day working, so he couldn't join us. UNR, the guitar player, he had a long day at work. He couldn't join us, so we got the three of us. But
That's okay. That's okay. I'll take the three of you. That's I'm glad to have you guys. Like seriously, when I
Glad
saw
to
you
know.
guys, thank you. I saw you guys at the milestone. I was like, I'm gonna go talk to them. You guys were the first band that I actually went to introduce myself to in person. I mean, you broke the ice for me, so it was
awesome.
really cool.
Awesome. Very cool.
Outstanding. That night I was covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
Because that was right before I started my diet.
That's right. That's right.
I was also 130 pounds heavier that night.
That's true.
There you go. But it was. I mean, it was a crazy show. We were there to see Dying Oath because we've had Dying Oath on the show before, and I had made the promise to Mindy that we'd go see a show. So we saw that show. It was you guys? Was what Angel Massacre? I think that night, and
Yep.
there was another band I can't remember right now. But what a night! How'd you guys come up with the name? I mean, Valar Morghulis for me is Game of Thrones, but
That's exactly where it came from.
there you go.
we were kicking around a bunch of names, and we had like a list, and we went on to metal compendium of all these band names. It's got all the names of all the bands all over the world, and it's like there's 10 of the name you picked, right?
Yep.
I was like, there's only one other Valar Morghulis, and they're in Italy, and they actually sing about the show. Chances of us playing the same spaces at the same time pretty slim, so let's stick with it. And just the name, like, if you don't know watch the show and you don't know what it means, it's just like, what the fuck is that?
Well, even if you don't watch the show and you don't know what it means, I mean, it's a cool name. It's a cool
Yeah.
name, and then you guys have your art, and it just fits. It's just So, how'd you guys start recording the music? How did you guys hitting the studio? Do you guys have a home studio like most bands do these days?
Bob's like a little bass player. Hey, no lie, we've done no lie, we've done some things like that, but not. The first things we did, we went to a studio, and then when Marcus and DJ joined, I kind of dabbled in that stuff for years and just wasn't real sure of myself. And we started doing it, and I just kept getting better and better, and we do it ourselves now.
Sounds good. We're all self-contained.
So he doesn't speak a lot, but when he speaks, he makes the funny ones, right?
Oh.
He's the quiet one, but the
I'm always cracking jokes, but when he speaks, it's fucking hilarious.
If you guys could collaborate with somebody, like dream collaboration, who would that be?
Oof.
Living or dead or
Living or dead, anything.
Go ahead, Joey. I know.
I already know. Chuck.
Yep. Yeah.
I think, me personally, I'm really selective about death metal. So 2 bands I would jump on with if give a chance would be Man Must Die from Scotland and Bloodbath.
Okay.
These guys got me turned on to Bloodbath back in January, and I was like, what? It was like the What No Way guy on TikTok.
No way. Yeah, love that guy.
No way.
Fuck's sakes.
I'm
If
also
you,
really big influenced by punk too, so
I
Blood
mean,
for Blood. Oh, I wish they were still around.
good
For me,
music.
any thrash band, I would, everybody knows the big four, but I would pick Testament because that's just one of my favorites of all time, and death metal probably Bloodbath or Decapitated. I got a thing for Swedish death metal. It's melodic enough that really influences the way that I kind of write. So that would be one for sure.
There's a lot of bands that I'm gonna have to make a list and start going to listen, and because there's a lot of names that every time I ask this question, there's at least 2-3 bands that I'm like, write it down, and then I can go back and listen to them. I love doing this because of that. My music library is getting huge.
Oh yeah,
Anger Overdose says yes, nice.
very.
How do you guys define success as an artist?
Me personally,
Yeah, personally.
when people are familiar with us, they know our songs. They don't have to know word for word, of course. I mean, it's definitely not going to know word for word. But when they do know enough of a song that they come up and they're like, dude, that just really moved me.
Remember? And that one chick after we got
Oh,
you guys got death, and there's a groove to it.
Yeah.
And we said, yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
We everybody's like, what genre are you? And we're like, we're death metal, we're thrash metal, we're groove metal, and so we coined it. We'll hashtag a lot of stuff.
Death
Thrash groove, because that's what we are. It's kind of hard to pigeonhole us, and we like it that way. We don't want to be just a straight up death metal band or just a straight up deathcore influenced band or just a thrash band. We want to be. All of us have so many different eclectic things we like, so we try to blend them all together in some fashion.
You got me and Gary also growing up on Outlaw Band.
Yeah.
There you go.
If in the future you hear some acoustic B-sides of some shit.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. It would be pretty cool. Anger said,
actually,
best way, facts. I mean, I think that's why so many subgenres were formed, is because everybody is, has a little background in something different. And then everybody starts playing together, and that's where the subgenres are created. And how many subgenres do we have in metal now? I can't even tell you.
It's like the fucking Baskin Robbins of music on steroids.
And for me, as old as I am, I just lump it all together in metal.
Yeah.
I can listen to Sabbath, and I can listen to Acacia Strain, and
It's
to
still
me,
just
it's still
metal.
metal.
Growing up in the 90s, I mean, you really just had death metal, groove metal, new metal, and it was just still all metal.
Yep.
And, we really didn't get into it. It really, I think in the early 2000s, I noticed it really kind of slid off the rails with the both subgenres. And, not together, but it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
People just make stuff up.
Yeah.
That's like
think
what
about
I
it.
hear. Country metal.
I don't know about that
I don't know
one.
about that one.
And for me, that's like country and rap. I'm not a big fan of tractor rap.
Although I did, although I did see a band. I have to go back and look at who they were. They opened up for. Shit, who was that? It was at the Fillmore.
I remember you telling me about these guys.
They all come out just in they come out with cowboy hats, zoot suits, Telecaster guitars, freaking humbuckers, playing metal. They call it desert metal. That's about the word.
Texas produced wild motherfuckers.
And that was some good stuff. When they first came out, I was like, "What in the hell is this?" And then they started playing. I was like, "Damn, this is good." Remember them? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were good. It was weird, visual, but it was damn good music.
I mean, they probably do that on purpose. It's that factor, that surprise factor that what are we gonna listen to, and then they start playing, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. And that was really cool. Yeah, really cool.
I think that's a big reason why I do what I do with coming out in war paint. Just the showmanship, it's doing something different. It's not corpse paint, it's not anything else. It's just spin war paint.
We go to war.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you guys put on one hell of a show. I mean,
thank you. We work hard.
Yeah, we try.
Thanks, Anger. We see that Joey said that's one pretty bass, and he said Nurgle from Behemoth has a dark country style side project. I need to check that out.
Oh shit,
that would be cool.
We were listening to a Fire in the Void coming down here.
Yeah, you guys put on a good show, and that night at the Mile Club was hot.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
I will say that not to do all and more, not to sound conceited, but we have up the bar every show. That's kind of the personal goal of ours. It's not to up the bar for everybody else. It's to up our own bar. Every time we play a show, we've set our own bar higher and higher and higher. Whether we clothesline ourselves or hurdle over it, we're still going out there balls to the wall.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's what you have to do. You can't be in competition with other people. You have to always be in competition with yourself. You have to up the bar every time you go out there.
Right.
We go out,
I think that's the best thing that I think about the whole regional scene right now in North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, West Virginia, Tennessee. There's most of the local bands you meet and play with and you do things. It's a better sense of community than I've seen. Yeah, and supporting each other that I've seen in 20 years. It used to be that way. You stuck with whatever subgenre you're with, and that's the way it was.
I noticed that a lot back in the mid 2000s, 2010s, with my last band and with a band before that. My last two actually, there was a lot of high school cliques. And not calling any specific thing out. It wasn't their doing it more than anything. They kept pigeonholing the same 4 bands, the same 5 bands on the same bills. And if you stood out in anything, like my last band, we were mostly groove with a lot of because our drummer, he was straight up death drummer, he was a monster. And they actually have got a new project started, something before that. But there was a lot of high school, a lot of backbiting and shit. And it was just, man.
Edgar said,
I stepped away for a couple of years.
I mean, sometimes you have to. Sometimes, not to knock some people out and to kind of center yourself and bring the peace back to your life. You kind of have to kind of step back and, Edgar said a lot of his favorite indie bands are around this area.
Nice.
But he's stuck in New Jersey. You gotta come down here, Anger. Come on.
Come down.
I mean, around here, it's pretty. I'm from Montreal, Canada. Okay. I moved here last January in 2022. So,
wow.
It's like completely, like Montreal's a big scene too, big metal, big punk scene. But down here, the indie community is like, up in Montreal, it's big city. So it's like Charlotte, you get the big shows all the time, but the indie community was very underground.
Right.
Yeah. I moved here and I don't know what the hell happened in March this year, 2023, but it blew. Even on Facebook, the indie community went crazy. Yeah, I was doing 1 interview a month. We're up to, if I count me and Ames, who is now my co-host in the UK, we do 4 to 6 interviews a week.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, like I was like completely overwhelmed, completely surprised by all the love and the support that these people are giving us. Like it's crazy. And
so good.
Seeing all the bands starting to help each other and hey, we're having a show, you want to hop on this bill, you want to, like it's
right.
It's beautiful. Mechanic A in the house. Do I miss Canada? Yes. I miss the weather. I hate the weather down here. It is hot, humid, sticky. Yuck.
Are you in North Carolina or are you in Virginia?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
It's like Germany. If you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes.
Yeah. No, it's hot. It's hot. And it's coming from Canada. Yeah, I grew up in West Virginia. Moved here in 1994, and I grew up playing thrash metal. But you can't play that where I grew up.
Yeah.
There's no venues for it. It's not going to happen. So I started playing country and southern rock. And then when I moved to North Carolina, I was like, I'm done with that shit. If I can't play metal, I'm not going to play. So I literally, for 25 years, sat at home playing guitar with me and myself and I, not realizing that there was a scene around here that the guys from Richmond, like Lamb of God, when they were burning the priest, Durham. Once I figured all that out, shit, a whole new world's opened up.
Yeah.
I didn't know the metal community was so big down here. I mean, I was expecting, going to the club and hearing country music and hearing, like a lot of gospel because.
Oh God, yeah, we're in the Bible Belt.
We're in the Bible Belt,
Keep in mind that a lot of really big bands have come from North Carolina. You got Anti-Scene. They're from COC. Was it Between the Buried and Me?
Yep.
From Raleigh. From Salisbury.
There you go. Burn the Priest.
Burn the Priest. There's probably a ton that we're forgetting about, but I mean, hell, even Charlie Daniels has been running. So,
Yep.
Got a lot of great musicians.
I was expecting country. Like
Me too.
My girlfriend, she's a big country fan, so I was like, all right, so we're gonna go see a lot of country shows and shit,
Right.
And then I fell into this community, and I was like, you come with me, and now she's hooked. So thank you very much, guys. After seeing you guys and Dying Oath and everybody at the Milestone that night, she was like, let's go again. So we're going out tomorrow for another show, but I was like, thank God.
Like that. Things like that really makes me feel successful as a musician too.
Yeah, go back to that question. When somebody gets your stuff, and when we can record and show what we want to do, the way we want to do it, that's the thing. Gets it. That's
and especially if they keep coming back for more. It's
It's one thing though to see you guys on stage, to see you guys perform. It's incredible. The warmth that you guys have off stage when somebody approaches you guys and comes to talk to you guys, I think that's what a lot of bands need to realize and learn. You need to be approachable. You need to be.
Yeah, you know where I've kind of learned that from, honestly? It's funny because the bigger name bands, you rarely see that, right? You see it on the internet and stuff like that.
You see it a lot back in the 90s.
Right. I went to a show at the Underground. No, it's Fillmore. It was Chevelle, 10 years, and somebody else. This was like 2016, 2017, something like that. And when they got done with their set, they went back to the back just like we do.
Yep.
And they were sitting there talking with fans like it wasn't nobody's business. And I was like, dude, these guys are from the 2000s, are multi-million, they've sold a bunch of damn albums. And they're just sitting here shooting the shit with Joe Blow, and I'm like, that's just the way it should be.
That's how it was with all the Ozfest shows too. Is less with the main stage bands, but more with the side stage bands like Mudvayne, OTEP, Kitty, Disturbed. I mean, hell, you'd see them hanging out in the crowd.
But we all know this. It's very near and dear to us, especially the three of us. When what happened with Dime?
Yeah, he was one of the first big ones that I met, and very welcoming, very hospitable. But my thing on that, as far as like the way I am off stage, the way we are, is we keep in mind that we're just fans too who are lucky enough to get our shit heard.
That's it.
We are blessed and fortunate enough that people want to see us. We can get on stage and we can put out what we love. Maybe open doors for somebody new, and when they see us off stage, I mean, I'm 6'3" and 260. I know I look fucking happy. My face is not approachable, but I make myself friendly.
It's funny, before you got here, before the band when it started, that little 5-minute thing we did with Spike 2 weeks ago, he put that on his podcast, and he was he said, all these guys are big, psycho looking, and at the end of the day, they're the nicest guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's what we're supposed to
Because
do.
big guys like us, we don't have to.
We got Kat that came in here. I got my little bro. He says, love the name Valar Morghulis, so badass. I mean, Game of Thrones, he can't go wrong. But yes, you guys are like huge guys, and it's like, should I go say hi? And they are super nice guys. Like seriously, like
You can approach you if anybody's ever scared, they can approach you and Joey first because they're the small ones.
We all it looks like the it wasn't the stages of famine. You, Joey, me, Marcus, DJ. Stair step all the way up.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that the metal community is like that though. I've went to see other shows where you can't even get close to them. You can't even, you know what I mean? They're not approachable. They don't want to talk to you. You could tell. They're very cold and very. You go at a metal show and everybody's there.
Shit, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you go to a country show or a pop show or something, they're very standoffish and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We're here, as like DJ said, we're fans of the music, fans of the bands, support the other bands, even if it's completely. We did a show in 2019. wasn't it?
That's right, Angry.
Most of us big fat metalheads are pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The more everybody's around me, the more they'll notice. It's getting me to shut up. That's the problem.
We did a show with a couple punk bands, and it was at the Milestone too. It was on like a Thursday night, a couple punk bands, an alternative metal band, and us, and it was great. You know, it was just we vibed off what everybody was doing.
Well, that's
It
like
might necessarily be our genre, but you're doing your thing up on stage, all these people, and we get to witness it. I want to support you.
That's like Friday night. You know, we
You're not an asshole.
had rappers and we had us.
Yeah.
You know, we had B Villainous, had King Rash, had Alpha Strain, which they were killer guys. That Dylan, that dude could trip.
Yeah.
Then you know, Catcher and the Rye. Holy shit, those guys, they threw the fuck down. And super friendly guys.
Good guys.
And of course, Detest the
all
Throne.
the way, Detest the Throne, our brothers that they always throw down and do a good show. We have a good time with them. Those guys from Florida, man, they come all the way from Florida, played here. It's the last show, their 8-day run, and they threw down and they're just some of the nicest dudes. You can check them out. Catcher in the Rye is freaking badass.
Yeah.
We will check them out.
Live, holy shit.
It's a great show.
They are energetic. They're dark. And I told them, and I hate to compare bands a lot because some people take it as an insult, but I told them, I was like, if I had to, I would say that Old Acacia Strain, Old Whitechapel, and Old Suicide Silence got together, had a big orgy, and made a really nasty baby. Yeah. And that was Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
But on stage, these are the friendliest, quietest. They're like us. They're just super friendly, super quiet, and just absolutely chill as fuck.
Langer said, love big genre shows, especially these days. Kids aren't like by memories all segregated over genre. Yeah. That's actually
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that we used to promote a lot with my last band, Imperium, was cross-genre shows. For my birthday one year, I put a show on, and it was us. It was Crimson Soil. It was one of their first shows. Had an all-girl alt-rock band. I think we had a Light Divided that night, too. I fucking love a Light Divided.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people try to be elitists, purists, gatekeepers, or whatever, and try to say, well, you should only play with death metal bands. You should only play with black metal bands.
Fuck that.
And my whole thing is, you're not going to reach new people. You're going to reach the same people.
Exactly.
You're not going to reach new people and turn them on to what you're doing and connect with them unless you play some multi-genre shows.
And hell, even if they don't like what you're doing, they'll meet you as a person and be like, you know what? I'll support them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing metal needs is that mainstream push, and everybody would dig it.
That's a
Dude,
fact.
it
That's a fact.
It is so hard to break into mainstream with doing any form of metal almost.
Having lived through the 80s and the hair metal phase, because I'm fucking old.
You ain't the only one.
Having lived through that and saw how mainstream it went at that time.
Yeah.
It's from what we've evolved so much now with what we do, and they had the whole Satanic Panic during that.
Yeah.
After that,
Slayer was in the mix,
and Ozzy and Priest and Metallica. Yep. Oh my God!
Of course, Ozzy and the drug phase and biting the head off of a bat.
Right.
All the good ones. He made people talk though.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing. Like you get people talking. Hell, word of mouth spreads like STDs.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yep. Exactly.
Absolutely.
You get them talking bad.
Yeah, the mainstream push is so hard to do, and in a way, kind of a blessing and a curse to have all the technology we have now, be able to do our own thing, record our own stuff, put your own stuff. I get it. You'll hear a lot of big bands, Nurgle's one of them from Behemoth says, "Oh, don't do it, don't do it." The market's oversaturated with bands and oversaturated with musicians. Hey, you guys helped influence us. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do what we like,
Yep.
and yeah, it changed everything.
Do you guys think there was a big surge during COVID though? Everybody was stuck home. It's like I was a COVID musician.
After COVID,
it was
I
a
think,
huge
like you
push.
said, this March, I think everybody was trying to feel out what happened.
Yeah.
And during the lockdowns, and so everybody was really creative, right? We wrote a lot of music. They wrote a lot of music, and so you're spitting stuff out. Everybody trying to stay relevant because you can't tour, you can't show, so you talking about your frustrations.
When they pick me up, you know, I write lyrics constantly.
Some bitch got a book.
Yeah. They pick me up, you know, I thought, don't be surprised if I sent like 300 fucking lyrics into the chat. And within my first couple weeks, it was boom, 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 boom. And they're like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I need a little bit of your brain because here I am, like I think 8 months later, still trying to write that one song. You know,
Need help with lyrics?
Yeah.
Hit me up. I'll
This
be
guy.
glad to.
I
awesome.
say he's got a book. He has books, not a book, books.
Books.
You know, he brought them to here. He's like, look, I got this, I got this, I got this. Like,
What kind of song do you want today? What are we talking
right,
about?
right.
Yeah.
Even some of the existing material, I asked, I was like, is it okay if I kind of tweak it a little to make it fit better? And he's like, nah, dude, make it your own. I was like, fuck yeah. And I think the one that I really ran with the most, and I didn't really have to do much with it, other than predatory impulse, was Rep the White. That one, if you play that on stage, I want everybody text and just play waste.
Yeah, right.
It's fun to fuck to play. Lyrically, it's probably one of the strongest songs I've read from somebody that I know personally. I mean, it's a very powerful song. And
The fucked up thing is I wrote those lyrics in 1993.
right?
Right.
I mean, good music, like I said the other day, good music never dies. I was talking with a band called Emissary, and they were bigger in the 90s and the 80s, and then they took a like 25-year break and came back like 2 years ago, something like that.
But we saw him at the Milestone last month. Pyrex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those guys hadn't done much 20 years. They're out in New York. They changed members, stopped, didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden came back out, and it's like they never even stopped.
Yep.
It was great. But yeah, that song I never even wrote music to. I was just in a bad place, in a bad relationship. It was right before I moved to North Carolina, and I was like DJ. I had a book full of shit that I wrote, and I was just like, all right, and never used it for anything. And we started this band. I came up with the riff and the tune, and somebody's like, well, we need lyrics for this. And I'm like, I got something to work with. You can try it. And it just kind of stuck. He's doctored up stuff. Permission, you know, if I shoot some lyrics and you like them, use them. If yours, like, I don't care.
That's the way I am with the lyrics. If I write it while this band, the band feed, I'm like, this is not mine. This is Valar Morghulis.
Yeah, we write together like that.
Oh yeah.
Not even.
It's everybody puts their brain
Yeah,
together, and that's nice.
somebody
That's
gets up
nice.
with the riff,
Yeah.
and then we say, all right, don't do that, do this, or we don't have any problem saying that sucks, don't do that.
And the funny thing is,
Or it sounds just like this, don't do that.
they'll
right?
start playing a riff during practice or send a riff through the Dropbox or the
Yep.
drive, and I'm like, hey, I got some lyrics for this.
Right.
And
Yep.
9 times out of 10, that's the way it happens. That's like Slow Death. You know, was our first single. I wrote that in 2015 on the heels of a breakup.
Mechanic says it just like Emmy started this year, but hadn't made a song since 98. There you go, man.
One of the songs that we play live that I really liked is Descent. And I wrote that about, you know, my experience with addiction. And I've been clean 13 years. But everything I write typically is on personal experience, personal observation. I kind of took a cue from Henry Rollins from an interview, and I think it was either Hit Parader or Metal Edge magazine back in the 90s. And his thing, he said, you know, just keep it simple, keep it relatable, keep it pure,
Yep.
and always be honest.
Absolutely.
And I think if I were any more honest in my lyrics, it's fucking terrible. I'd probably just have to punch somebody in the mouth to be more honest.
Well,
yeah,
let's give them a taste of your music, guys. I've heard you guys. They might not have heard you. You guys want to play Slow Death first, or
yeah,
Yep.
hit that or a pound of flesh, either way.
Either way? All right. Well, let's go with Slow Death first, and we'll be right back, guys. Enjoy this. I'm gonna go get a drink. He's gone to take a piss. I mean, y'all do what you want. But to the ones listening, you guys have to stay here and listen to this.
Yeah, we got all of that stuff in there. We don't have the CDs right now. We're actually working on a full album to come out early 2024.
Yeah, we were actually planning on a 2023 release, but everybody was saying it's crazy because getting together to do it. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, the Honda just big.
Oh, I love the Honda.
First album.
Yeah, Barnes is a big influence on me vocally. And his vocals, everything still oh god. Oh, he's not a I hope he's better than the last one. I got to get ready to do Barnes today. I was hoping vocals. I will say TNT. My roommate, I told you about that. Dude, he fucking plays. I like the Razor Edge.
Thank you, mechanic. Appreciate
Thank you.
that very much, very much.
We
There.
that video took like what was it,
8
12 fucking hours?
12 hours for fucking recording.
Oh, and it was hot as
It's
hell.
hot as
Oh.
fuck. Last album. Oh,
We were in Winston-Salem.
thank you, Anger.
Near a fucking pond on top of it.
It's hot.
Well, I'm glad for once somebody tells me they did a video and it was hot. Every
Oh,
time
really?
I've been talking to bands watching videos, you can see smoke coming out of their mouths. It's
Oh,
so
no, it's
fucking
hot.
cold
We
out
were
there.
fucking dying.
Yeah, it's hot. Well, the next one for our next single we'll do probably October, November, something like that. We're going to release the single first, and then we'll do the song, the video. But yeah, we need a fall.
We're too fat for this kind of heat.
Anger Overdose was asking earlier, do you have music on BandLab so he can buy? Here you go.
Yep. There you go. Absolutely.
BandLab right there for you. We got merch. So we got t-shirts, cozies, wristbands. I mean, take your pick.
New coffee cups.
New coffee cups. I think there's one right there in front of us. Yes.
Right here.
Yep. And there.
Yeah, but not yet.
I actually do have an OnlyFans.
But it's
It's for my voice though.
yeah.
Absolutely. OnlyFans was not made at first for what it became.
Exactly.
OnlyFans was like Patreon at first.
At first.
Apparently,
And then
everybody on my
COVID
TikTok
hit.
has gone batshit over my speaking voice. So
What I was going to tell you is you need to call Audible.
Yeah.
You could read some of them fucking
Oh,
books.
yeah.
and
Yep.
make a hustle when
See,
the
I
hell
wanna-
is working as a trade.
yeah, I want to get into it. I'm just looking to find the fucking door open. Jennifer's actually going to help me with that.
Sweet.
You need, you can make an account on Fiverr also. Fiverr, people are always looking for, my friend Danny Rose, quick plug, made her own book. She wrote her own book. She's
Nice.
published. And I am the voice of NYXUS in her book.
Very
Nice.
cool. Very cool.
But she was looking for a bunch of people to do voices and stuff, and so there is a bunch of opening out there for you to.
Actually, my old guitarist from the last band I was in, Imperium, he's a board gamer, and he plays Warhammer 40K.
Yep.
I think about once a year he'll do a big tournament where he writes an entire script, has a score, everything, and I'll go and do voiceovers for him.
Very cool.
That's always fun.
Yeah, you do. Anger has a NYXUS podcast coffee
Nice.
cup,
Nice.
so we have coffee together.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
that's what's up.
Mechanic case, I want to have that show off my sausage fingers. I mean, there's a market for everything. Everything.
Well, then, you got to do the plug for the back too. We took the step of what it means. So all men must caffeinate.
There we go. So yes, BandLab. Today was Friday. So
Yeah, today's Friday.
today's Bandcamp Friday. So next Bandcamp Friday will be October.
Yep. And we should have our newest single out then. Oh hell.
It was on one of my podcasts. He wrote something in the chat, and Facebook was like, "No anger."
Oh lordy.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny how the next song for us is the lyrics sound political, but it's not. And we played it when you saw us.
We've been playing it for a while now. It's actually anti-political. We're sick of Democrat, Republican.
Everything.
We're sick of, because neither one of them gives a damn about us.
Nope.
And I think everybody is, honestly, in the country, if they really think about it.
Yep.
Nobody gives a shit about you, and that's what this song's about. You can't depend on them. We need to revamp the system. Rise up. Yeah.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
Burn it all, he says.
Exactly.
That's why, you know, in the breakdown it says, you shame us, dishonor, manipulate us, elite us, fucking tyrants reign no more.
Ain't no more. Yeah.
I mean, I come from Canada. It's not that great. You know what I mean? We have Justin Trudeau, so
Right.
pick your evil. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
And then I moved down here, and I'm like, holy shit,
Right.
holy fuck! What we see,
It's a shit show, dude.
what we see up there is already like the way Canadians are viewing Americans because of the news.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the two choices you had for a president.
Right. Right.
Up there, we were laughing. You know what I mean?
Guaranteed.
I was like, and then I moved down here, and I'm like, it's actually not fucking funny.
No.
Like,
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad.
It's almost to a state of being fucking pathetic, to be honest.
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Like, we're going backwards with the laws. Where
Yeah.
you know, like,
And
It's-
most of them are arbitrary. I mean, it's
Right.
horse shit that doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
You know, like, one of the funniest things I saw was a buddy of mine got a seatbelt ticket from a fucking motorcycle cop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fuck?
What the hell
Really?
is this? Right.
yes, you can tell we're all similar ages. Yes, we're all
Right.
yes.
True. Yeah.
Well, we're the old men of the band, actually.
Yeah.
Got Gary, Joey, then myself. You know, we're all Gen Xers in our 40s.
Yeah.
You know, I've been asked a lot, you know, like, you guys try to get big. Like, hey, you know, we got careers, we got
don't care.
kids. It just happens. It happens. Yeah. We're just having fun with it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna run it till the wheels fall off. Then we'll just chill and jam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty weird in Canada. I can buy weed cheaper than cigarettes. I
Right.
miss that. You do not even know how much I miss going to the dispensary and getting my weed for like cheap.
That was one thing that's pretty cool in Virginia, and from what I understand, North Carolina's next on the fucking list.
They're gonna fight it all the way.
Let's go.
Get out of their ass. They can't.
Let's go.
The bottom line is, and my mom, you know, I'm super independent like my dad was, but my mom was Democratic, and even her, she was like way back. She's like in the '80s, legalize the shit.
Yeah.
You make money off taxes, and nobody breaks the law, and nobody goes to jail for petty shit. I'm like, hello,
Yeah.
Yep.
hello.
Too
My
much-
mom's 60,
Too
70
much
years
money
old
gets
now.
made off the system, though.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Absolutely.
where to go.
Yeah.
Unless you know where to go. You are right. Kat is a very, very close person to me back home from Canada.
Nice.
So
Love Cat.
it's nice to have her here tonight, for sure.
Very cool, very cool.
Agar Overdose says, I'm still living in 1999. Little plug, go on Spotify, type Anger Overdose 1999, and it is a song. It is a song.
Definitely check it out.
New Jersey, only good thing. What, legalizing?
Okay.
I mean,
I got family from New Jersey, actually.
ooh,
My
thank
mom's
you.
dad's family's originally.
Very cool, very cool. So, what advice has ever been given to you that stuck?
That stuff.
Keep it simple and play from the heart. And don't fucking quit.
Stay grounded. Yeah.
Definitely stay grounded, stay humble.
Remember your roots.
Yeah. That's where a lot of bands fuck up getting big. They forget where they come from.
Yeah, that and I tend to. I'm kind of quiet. You know, I don't say a whole lot on the internet. That's not my generation. I'm not gonna have a discussion like we're having right now on the internet. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, have a beer. At the end of the day, maybe y'all want to for me.
Yep.
That's the way it should be.
Open
right
mind,
now,
open heart.
we forgot as a world society. We forgot how to be civil with each other, whether we agree on shit or not. That's the problem. That's the problem. And
Absolutely.
it's because of this
Well, I'll tell
keyboard
you,
shit that
not
gives
only
everybody balls.
we grew up in a time frame that if you weren't civil, you got punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And you learned the
Yep.
hard way.
Right.
We are from the fuck around, find out generation. And
We didn't have keyboard warriors.
no, we didn't.
You had a problem, you fixed it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
you know, there's memes about it, but
It's funny.
Yeah.
I've worked
3:30 at the bicycle rack at school.
there's memes about it, but there's literally times that I have rode the bus to someone's house to get off and
Oh, yeah.
pick a
Yeah.
fucking fight with them or meet them in the middle.
Yeah.
Hell, I walked to a dude's house once in high school and talk about a surprised look on his mom's face.
I've jerked the dude out of his living room. I mean, it's funny because I know a bunch of guys that are in their 30s that I work with. Right, exactly. Guys, none of them have ever been in a fight at school, ever. And I'm like, dude, we used to fight like it was putting on your
Yeah.
fucking socks every day. That's just
Shit.
what we did.
Yep.
As much as Fight Club is overplayed, one line stands out, and it's how much can you know about yourself if you've never been in a fight.
I like that. Mike Tyson said that social
Exactly.
media made people comfortable saying shit they used to get punched in the mouth for. Yep,
Exactly.
damn right.
That is exactly yeah.
Oh, it's the exact quote from Mike Tyson is everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Well,
Because
but I mean,
he said he never went into the ring with a plan. He just went in with one mindset. And that was it.
Absolutely.
until it was time to bite Vander's ear. Dumbass.
Right?
Kat says I'm enjoying this conversation. But it's the truth. Like
We're
then
not violent people now. You know,
no.
20 years ago, probably.
Different story.
You know, I mean, I've been a bouncer, a bodyguard my whole life, basically.
We grew up different ways. You know what I mean? We didn't have the same.
Just like you're saying, you're from Canada. And
Yep.
We got people on here from Canada. My wife is from New York, and I'm from West Virginia. And she always says, she says, you sons of bitches are 20 years behind everybody anyway. And I'm like, yeah, but we grew up different because of what your region and what your culture is. But even me growing up where I did, you know, I grew up around super conservative Christians, and I still
Bikers.
learned enough, and bikers, and meth heads, and pill heads, and moonshine runners, and all this other shit.
Longer.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you treat somebody the way you want to be treated, whether you agree with them or not,
Yep.
everybody's gonna be cool. Everybody's gonna be cool. But if you
There's
don't,
a little respect.
at our old girl used to say, I was like that group. I'm always just back here like, all right. I'm good until there's problems. Then I'll handle it, right? But until then, I'm not going to
Yeah, and that's pretty
never
much.
really had a problem like
No.
Nah, hell no.
Anybody or people except for the dude punch you in the mouth.
Oh, dude.
And
Yeah.
what's fucked up is the guitar player for fucking Catcher in the Rye last week. When he was out there in the state, I thought, he looks like that guy. I was like, shit, is that the same dude? I realized no, it's not. I was like, holy shit, that's the dude spin kick.
We played a show last year at the Rooster, which is a fantastic venue.
Fantastic.
Hit up Michael for shows. And
Yes.
Michael Carpenter is great.
But I go wireless when we're on stage, so I like to get out in the crowd. I like to interact with everybody. You know, and that just puts more out there that we're just one of them. And some dude, spinning, and he was out there like hardcore dancing and crowd killing with kids, little kids, and that shit pisses me off. But he backfisted me in the mouth, and holy shit!
I thought he was going to come
I maintained, but I think the reason I maintained is because that was our first show there, and I did not want to screw that up.
Well,
Then
that-
the owner came up to me afterwards. He's like, "Dude, if you took him out, I wouldn't have said shit."
Well, that's something I want to start asking bands. You know, especially bands that see the mosh pits in front of them, and I've been seeing videos. Has it changed? Are we throwing roundhouse kicks now and punching
Yeah,
people,
it's from
elbows? What the fuck?
Shoulder
Yeah,
blocks.
yeah.
Now it's the
hardcore kids
dancing
and the deathcore kids.
they've gotten into the crowd killing shit.
It's and I get it. You know, you're moving to the music and that's cool, but you need to understand the environment you're in, right? If you're at a show where
The Rooster's not very big. Just to put people into a state of the Rooster is not big.
Be
no,
aware of your surroundings.
exactly,
Well,
exactly.
you know, and I get it that, you know, and like I said, I'm big influence from punk and hardcore and stuff like that. So I know New York, places like that, the hardcore scene, the punk scene. I mean, it's full of like crowd killing, the hardcore dancing.
Well, that's what Anger's saying. That started late 90s when
Oh,
hardcore
yeah.
mixed with metal
But
groups.
not in a death metal show.
Soleil Noir. There we go. We got a band from France in the house. What's up, guys?
Awesome, too.
I mean, yeah, I saw bands like 6 Feet Under, Morbid Angel, feel like that back in the 90s, and there was none of that. Pantera.
No, it was
Hell, even
always just
Slayer
circle pits.
has balls to the wall with Slayer shoes on.
Yeah, I used to jump in the pit. I don't anymore.
Nowadays-
I don't want to get hurt.
Right, you gotta look.
I'm too old. I don't want to break a bone. Like they're going crazy in there.
Yeah, and the younger crowd will say, "Oh, you're just a bunch of boomers and this and that." But look, you
Okay.
got the context of who you're around. That's all we're saying. Now, if
Yes.
you're at a show super combined and there's young people there, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, tone down the roundhouses. Just do the circle pit stuff. You get to a big venue, and the pit's open, and it's
Fucking throw
people
down.
doing that, throw down, do your thing.
Like,
Yep.
for example,
Some
you know,
common sense awareness.
I'm a big dude. I can take a hit.
The dude, the guitar tech for who was it? Just got fucking killed in a pit like last month.
Oh,
I
shit.
haven't heard about that.
Um,
Yep. I'll
Yeah.
send you the link. Dude got fucking
Yeah.
killed.
I'm
Wow.
a big guy. I can take a hit, you know. And so I'll get in the pit a lot of times, and I'll let guys, and I'll signal to them. I'll let them go all the way across the building, run at me as hard as they can, just to bounce them off of me, just for fun and to work some of that energy out. But man, oh yeah.
Yeah, but
This
careful,
dude's F-fest.
careful who you're hitting. You know,
Right. Yeah.
we
You
we
hit
go
somebody
to
like me, and I don't give a shit.
we go to Brewstock, and we're listening to Blackwater Drowning. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I mean? And I'm a big fan, and we had the 13-year-old with us, and this guy is throwing kicks and elbows, and he
No,
bumped.
That's how the guy at the rooster.
He hit the 13. He hit our 13-year-old, and I lost my shit.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I turned around and I fucking lost my shit, pushing and punching him, and then people started to realize, like, you know, like
Yeah,
people
chill.
were telling him, "Chill, man,
yeah.
go outside." They had the Brewstock,
good
right?
thing about
Half inside, half outside.
Right.
So go outside where there's the whole icon pit is outside. You know what I mean? Go out there and go have fun with them. Like
Shit
you're
like that, where-
you're hitting a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
You feel like a tough man? Like
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
I would have
My
body
whole
slammed
thing
that
is-
dude.
The elder statesman that I am. At the end of the day,
Yep.
having a brain, you know, right.
I wouldn't go in the pit anymore because
Yeah, but and that sucks because you should be able to.
Yep.
If you're looking at the other people are respective of the surroundings, look at who you're around. You know, when you're around a bunch of kids or girls,
Yep.
you know, chicks in the pit, come on in the pit. I don't give a shit who you are. If you want to get in the pit, get
Yeah,
in the pit.
go for it.
But the rest of you gotta have some fucking etiquette, right?
That's like KB
And look
getting in the
out for
pit.
some- Right.
yes, when KB's in the absolutely. I mean, she can hold her own. I saw her at Brewstock. You know what I mean? But you be
We had her
careful.
youngest at Ampfest.
Yes.
And I jumped down off stage with him jamming. If somebody would have hit that kid, I would have stopped our show and laid waste. I just,
She
I don't
had
fuck
him at
around with the
Brewstock. No, like and the pit, the icon pit, always have the kids.
Yeah.
And they do circle pits. So chill out, like
So chill, right.
you know, like take
the
a
kids
feel
know.
of the yes.
One of the best things that I saw, yeah, it's simple respect.
Exactly. Respect's kind of like seasoning. A little goes a long fucking way.
Right.
Yes.
I remember Joey and I last April. Remember, we went to the Ritz at Raleigh. And we saw Death Angel Testament, Exodus Testament, and it was fucking good. But they were young guys, in their 20s, in the fucking pit. Nobody was karate kicking. Nobody was doing anything. Circle pit, old school, and it was great. And somebody fell down.
Yes.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
I think the worst thing we ever had to worry about with the circle pits back then was, you know, somebody coming around and dragging you into the pit because you looked like you needed to be there.
Right.
You know, but that was fun shit.
I
you know.
remember.
You'd go make your round and then get out, and nobody gave a fuck.
I've been in Wall of Deaths. I've been
Oh,
in
God.
circle pits. Now I wouldn't do it anymore
Right.
because I'd just be afraid to get hit in the face or people. It's like they're aiming to hurt now.
And that's
Right.
the problem, you know.
Right. Well,
It
that's
goes
my
back to that
thing.
having something to prove.
Well, right, what you just said. She said it a while ago. You got women and girls and kids around in there, and you trying to be good badass by doing a bunch of damn roundhouse kicks. Calm the fuck down.
That's like the show that you were at, Milestone. The chick down the park with. That was a good spot.
Right.
You know, and I tried to get a wild depth in the last summer. It was good for such a small place, but if there would have been small kids there, I got no fucking.
Some of those guys get carried away, and I get it, like, and we'll give you some space. I mean,
Right.
The girls, the kids, they understand. The parents understand. They don't send the kids in the pit all the time, but when you see them in the pit, please chill the fuck out.
Take your shit somewhere else. Go outside and kick a wall or something.
In 1992, show my age, showing my fucking age.
Right.
Right, exactly. I was dating a kid in college. The Headbangers Ball Tour, and Stone Temple Pilots was opening up. And I never heard of STP, but they were fucking phenomenal, and the pit was happening there. And then it happened to Megadeth, and this was General Mission seating. It's just fucking go in, file in, and here comes the pit. I literally had to pick her up, put her on my shoulder, get her out. But that was right. Can you imagine today?
Oh, hell no.
Fuck, man.
That's like the chick I took
Exactly.
to the bar. She wore all white, got pissed.
Give them a couple of minutes. Most girls won't stay in the pit the whole time anyways. They just want to go in. Dying Oath at Brewstock was like, all right, guys, move. Just girls. I just want the girls in the pit right now.
Exactly.
I mean, we're rough enough with each other. Y'all don't have to start like.
Right. Well, and it's our job as performers on stage to look out for that shit too. Corey Taylor's good at it.
Yep.
Most fucking bands, Trivium, Mad Heap was fucking phenomenal at it.
Pantera was all about it.
Yep. I remember because Mon Amarth, same thing.
Yes.
Go and watch. Okay, hold on. Take care of people, man. Even Dying Fetus, same thing. They're just like, hey, take care of these people. We're out here having fun. We're not trying to hurt nobody.
But that's the metal community.
It's like back in the 90s with Pantera, and it's even in I think it's the Vulgar videos or the Free videos where Phil dead ass stops the show because security.
Yep.
They're overbearing people. I mean, they're beating the shit out of people.
Right.
Yep.
And hell, Monsters of Rock, they were calling out, the Russian the police and shit for beating the shit out of people.
Edgar said, you dudes are cool as shit. They are.
Think about it. Oh, he's not up there anymore. The one in Canada, actually, from Sebastian Bach back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hit the head with that fucking Jack Daniels bottle,
Yep.
And they
Sebastian
took him
Bach.
to jail.
Yeah.
They took him to jail.
Well, you look at what happened with
Because he
Lamb of
jumped in
God
the
with
ground.
Randy Blythe. Right.
Yeah.
That was
But-
when he broke.
But that's metal. That's metal people. And then you look at, I don't remember his name. I don't care about his name. That rap show that happened, and all those people died. Like,
Right. All right.
Yeah.
how? Like, how can you stay there and see all of that happen?
No,
Right.
fuck that.
Right.
If I see somebody getting hurt while we're on the
Travis.
stage,
Travis.
yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, I'm a big fan of 90s rap, gangster rap. So,
I love all types of music. I mean, we have a band called Statues that was on the show, and little plug real quick. They're coming out with an album on the 22nd, and they have Bizarre from D12 featuring on one of their songs. I mean, like it's I had the chance to listen to it. It's fucking fire.
King Brash, the rapper that was there Friday, he's in another band called Collective Insanity, and he and I have talked. He sent me a beat, and he wants me to throw some of my gutturals on with his raps.
Yeah.
I am totally
Fuck yeah.
down for it.
Why not?
Fucking dog. What the fuck, Billy? Right.
And I've already told these guys, if I ever start sounding like Chris Barnes, fucking shoot me or fire me or something.
Yeah, right. He blew it out at that fucking Death Angel one Testament show.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
So if you guys could have a superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
All right.
Super strength.
Your farts have already got that.
Truth.
Oh, that's Marcus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, teleportation. If I pick flying, my luck, somebody would fucking shoot me down.
I was 14, when I was a kid up in the mountains, we were building a cabin and we were cutting trees, and one fell on my buddies and fucked his shoulders up bad. And if I could have just, that's what that sticks in my mind. Is like, all right, can't you just get the fuck out of the way, folks? But the Hulk, Thor, I don't know.
And you're asking that because I'm a big comic book nerd. Actually, one song we're working on now, lyrically, I wrote with my last band called Ghost, and it's about Punisher. And
Very cool.
big fan.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I love superpowers. But weirdly enough, my favorite is Batman, who doesn't have any superpowers.
Yes.
He just has a lot of gadgets. It's his exactly.
DC Iron Man, the quiet. Yes.
Bass player.
I don't know, my brother's a bass player. He's anything but quiet.
Well, your bass player is quiet.
Oh yeah, our bass player shit, dude.
He damn sure is. Yeah.
You were quiet before that happened.
No. Yeah, get him some alcohol or get him a
Yeah, get him a few shots.
Yeah.
He'll open up.
There we go. So now we went superpowers, so superheroes. So now let's go kind of like Disney. An evil curse is placed on you. You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life.
Fuck. Damn it, man.
What are we listening to?
Oh. God.
Perennial Quest by Death.
Oh,
Oh.
go ahead, dude. What?
Perennial Quest.
Holy shit.
Nice.
I don't even know if I can pick one.
Right now, like,
That's a good one.
you know, it's hard because sometimes your mood changes, so your song would change. But right now, if
Right now?
the curse is placed right now on you, what are we listening to?
I've been listening to Bloodbath Cry My Name a lot. That's usually what I start my day with.
Macarena.
Macarena.
Blow my brains out.
I would totally find a clip and just use my body weight.
JJ said Valar Morghulis.
Fuck
Hey,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Thanks,
Hell
man.
yeah. I was going to listen to one on repeat, then listen to
Let It Go off of Frozen.
no. That'll no. Probably Hello Death from Decapitated and Ginger. That's a really good fucking slamming beat. Good vocals, a mix of her cleans and his harshness. It's good. I can stomach that.
Decapited's cover of Mandatory Suicide was good.
Fucking good too. Yeah. Well,
There we go.
so like the Iconoclast thing with
Yeah.
with, fucking what's his name? Rob.
Yeah.
The reason he's playing on that because there's a car. That's why that new album.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those weird questions, but so far, we haven't had a repeat. Nobody has said the same song twice,
Right.
so it's pretty cool. We're thinking of making a whole playlist with everybody's songs and call it like
Nice.
you know,
That's very
the
cool.
cursed playlist. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I also listen to other shit like, if I had to pick one other, it'd be Alice in Chains, Love Hate Love.
What are the feelings?
Or
Nice.
down.
down the hole, it's a
Playlist.
good one.
Yeah, that's one of my depression playlists.
That and Stone the Crow by Down.
That and about everything Stone Sour did.
Yeah.
That too. I mean, that's all good songs. Let's take a break and listen to one of your songs, though.
Awesome.
And then we'll come back and have a few more questions. So let's listen to Valar Morghulis for a Pound of Flesh.
Nice.
Oh, and that's the one that put the most hits
I'm
too.
probably dead too. We're leaving at 5.
Like often.
So I was dude, I was just I could feel good. But before that.
Market that like
Once when Catholics nearby put on their flesh.
the captivating to the place.
The
also I was followed. It also gets
Forgot I was going up there.
oh yeah, fucking man.
There you go. You should tune in. You should tune in more often, Mechanic A. We have some pretty fucking awesome bands on this show.
Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, that would make excellent Punch and Drills music. As you can see
Yes,
her
it
profile
would.
picture, she's. We need to talk? Absolutely. You want me to make you a playlist? Absolutely. There's a
There you
lot
go.
of good bands down here.
Absolutely.
What's Pound of Flesh about?
DJ?
Lyrically, I've been going through a lot with an ex and custody, all this bullshit, and her attorney, I'm not going to name names for legal purposes, is a absolute piece of shit. He's a small town tyrant, and he lied the first time we were in court, and it made me think about people who just thrive on lying to get their way, shady shit, and that, and I was watching Sunset for the first time, and it blew him away. And that line, for a pound of flesh, no more, no less, no contribution of bone, only flesh. And it, ironically, it was a lawyer that they found, so it hit me. The first line of the chorus hit me. If I took a pound of your flesh for every life in your breath, you would disappear.
Thank you, Josh.
And
Appreciate it.
that line hit, and then about 10 minutes later, the rest of the song was out, and I was like, "Hey guys, check us out." And
Another one for the book.
Not to sound cocky, I mean, writing for me is really easy.
Yeah.
I don't try to force it. If I try to sit and force it, it won't happen. I've got songs that I've tried to write certain subjects, and they're incomplete months later. But hell, I've sent them 3, 4, 5 songs in a night, and it's just sitting around the fire pit thinking.
Yeah.
That's kind of my zen spot.
Yeah, you can't force it. I've learned that now. You cannot say, okay, I'm gonna write about this specifically. If you're not inspired, if you don't feel it.
That's like, Marcus asked me to write a song about Kratos, and as much as I love Greek mythology, I've never played God of War, and so I'm like,
You have to play it.
yeah,
It's a good show. Cat will tell you right now. I mean, God of War is her shit. So, God of War, Diablo, all that good stuff.
I'm the only one in the band that's on the Xbox. Everybody else is on PlayStation.
Ah,
Coming across genre.
If it comes across platform, I'll be all over it. But now I was all about the Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Odyssey.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I was
Another.
these guys that I'm probably going to have to head out soon. I got to get him home. We're leaving out at 5 a.m.
They're going to the beach.
Yeah, we're heading.
Ooh.
We're going to work on new music.
Well, before you leave, I mean, if you guys have to go too, we can cut the interview now. If you guys want to keep talking a little bit, we could keep talking.
We got a
But
few minutes.
before you leave, I need to ask you a question because
Okay.
we have the NYXUS question that we ask at every episode.
All right, go for it.
So you guys can have a little hearing it before it happens for you guys. If you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself at any age, at any point in time, what would you tell yourself?
That's actually very funny because I've been doing a series on TikTok called Notes to My Younger Self. And I've been letting people pick an age from 15 to 44 and telling them about a significant event in my life or what I would say to myself at that age if nothing happened. Most of my formative, traumatic years that kind of helped steer me to where I'm at now as a person, as a lyricist, as a musician, were my teens and 20s. And one big thing that I would sit down and tell my 15, 16, 17-year-old self is stop trying to fit in. You'll fit into the right shit. Just be patient, be yourself, and be genuine. And if they don't like it, fuck them. Somebody will love it. For
Absolutely.
every 10 people that do not like you as you are, do not like your music, your hair, your body, there's 100 more that will absolutely fucking love you for that, for those things.
100%.
You absolutely have to accept yourself because at the end of the day, that's all you got.
So to be able to follow your journey with and come and give you an age so we can help you out.
Okay?
What TikTok do we follow?
Dad bod and F-bombs. 'Cause I'm fat and they talk a lot.
I mean, it is what it is. I also love the F-bombs, so yes.
And if you find it on there, I'll follow back. Of course, I'll plug your show when I go live.
Hey, he's trying to eat my dinner. Sorry, the puppy's on the bed trying to eat my dinner. Fucker. See, F-bombs. But yes, thank you so much for being here with us. I mean, big fan. Make sure to let me know when you guys are playing close to Charlotte and stuff, and I'll head out for sure to come and see you guys.
Thank you so much, NYXUS. It was a pleasure. I'm glad you had us on or had me on.
Anytime.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Be safe.
Yep.
See you next week.
Absolutely. Same bat time, same
Same
bat
bat
channel.
channel.
Well,
Be safe and be blessed. And thank you for having us.
it was my pleasure.
On the trailer.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll get one next time.
Next week.
That should be up next week.
There we go. We're gonna finish off the interview with
Yep.
the two last survivors. Let's call them survivors. Well, you guys are always welcome to come back. First of all,
Absolutely.
anytime you guys have something that you want to promote, please send me a message. I don't see everything on Facebook. You know how the algorithm works.
Oh, yeah.
So you need something promoted, you send us a message.
This is our
Pop
official,
in our
unofficial cameraman.
Cameraman.
He actually filmed my audition, so this is my son Dylan.
Hi. I mean, family is a big part, right?
That's right.
He's not here tonight, but you can all usually hear a little chicken nugget about 3 years old running around and screaming in the back. So we are a family show. We just drop the F-bomb a lot.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, it is what it is. If you guys could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
One thing.
Valar Morghulis.
Well, one is that. Two for me is I want people to remember that I treated them the way they treated me. You know, I try to see the good in people, even sometimes to a fault. Sometimes somebody's just bad. I give a lot of chances. My dad, when I was growing up, he gave me two chances. One, I'm gonna do it again. Second time, all right, you don't get it, you're done. Get the hell out of the way. I tend to give 3, 4, 5. I want to see the good in people.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when somebody asks, "Do you think mankind is inherently good and inherently bad?" I'm in the middle of the road. Man. I've seen too much bad shit and too much good shit to lose hope. But a lot of stuff that can make you go, "What the fuck?"
Yep. It's not easy. It's and social media and the news is just bringing us more what the fuck moments all the time. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I don't read the newspaper. I don't. Everybody's like, "Did you see what happened? What's happening?" And I'm like, "Nope.
I get my news off of what's relevant to me from Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. And if it looks like it's legit, I might follow it up. And if not, the hell with it. I've had
about it.
Yeah. Right.
Same.
And I don't watch TV. I watch a couple shows. Most of the time, if I'm watching TV, it's a movie.
Yep.
But I'm listening to music or writing music. I'm playing video games.
I mean, this is mostly what I do. Indie bands, and I barely listen to any mainstream music right now.
Yeah.
I'm completely into the indie world. Like,
Yep.
there's so many good artists. There's so many good bands. I mean, doing this, I think I'm over 50 episodes right now. I'm not sure, close to 50 episodes.
That's so awesome.
Thank you. So that's a lot of bands.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music.
So much, to me, like I said, having been here for 25 years before I started playing in the scene, just seeing the amount of talent around.
Crazy.
Like you said, just in Charlotte, right? But then branch out to Greensboro and Raleigh and Spartanburg and Columbia and seeing all the Asheville. You know, it's just
The underground stuff is a lot better.
Absolutely.
Yep. Like tomorrow we're going to see Evil Leaf.
Oh, cool. Very cool. You're going to
The Rooster.
The Rooster. That's right. Cool.
Yeah, the Rooster tomorrow.
I think we're going to go to Amos's. Joey and I. We're going to go see Annabelle Lee and the Test the Throne and who else is playing? Until They Bleed from Greensboro. We played with those guys. All three of those bands a lot. So
Very cool.
Bands. Yep. The other thing is, I think I'm so amazed by, again, just the amount of talent that's around us and the amount of brotherhood that the whole scene really has. It's a refreshing light nowadays compared to how it was 20 years ago. and 30.
Absolutely.
You know, it was all competition. You were like, people would fuck with those people, and that was it.
Yep, Evil Leaf is fire. Absolutely.
They're fucking badass.
I promised them that I would go see a live show, and I haven't been, and now I saw one, and I'm like, that's it. We're going tomorrow. We're going.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. Just like I said, I consider so much different metal. I'm a big fan of doom metal. I'm a fan of black metal. I'm a fan of death metal. I'm a fan of thrash metal.
Stoner metal.
Yeah, if it's got a freaking killer riff, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Just the way it is. Just the way it is.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had everything on this show. I mean, the youngest so far was 15. Oldest gentleman was 70. From different walks of life. Playing drums. I mean, kicking that drum and amazing.
Right.
I'm now happy to say that our youngest guest is going to be 13.
Nice.
Little TikTok sensation, Wrecker Ian's, that has played with Dropout Kings and all these good Travis Barker. So he's going to come and sit down with me and talk. 13 years old, guys.
That's awesome.
Plays drums, guitar, bass, and produces.
Very cool.
I wish I could do that at 13.
No,
I did not have that drive.
I started playing guitar then. Yeah, I wasn't playing with any freaking bands. That's for damn sure.
Well, I think, like you said though earlier, it's the double-sided social media, the double-sided of the internet, and everything we can do right now.
It very much is. It's something I was trying to explain to my son, who's 15, trying to learn bass. He's looking at all these YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I told him, like just back in my day, look, older players that are in their 60s now, and all they had was records. You had to slow it down, right? You had to change the speed and try to figure it out. And the cool thing about that is everybody kind of figured out how to play that song on their own. Right nowadays, there's a tab you can find on the internet, a video you can find, and it's listening to thing in 15 minutes. Right?
Yes.
And while that is awesome to teach you technique and teach you fingering position, etc., it doesn't teach you feel. And you need to be able to feel free enough to, when you're playing, to throw a little bit of your own sauce in it, because that's what making music's all about.
The downside also to the internet is, yes, you can find somebody that shows you in 15 minutes, but are they showing you the right way?
Right.
That's the only downfall that I see about the internet, because once you learn the wrong way, it's hard to relearn and do it the right way. So
so hard. Oh my God.
Just be careful with that, guys. Anger Overdose says Industrial Circus Metal. You guys go check it out after he is Industrial Circus Metal. My favorite song is Bayou. Like, it got me. That I think that's the first song I heard from Anger Overdose.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll check it out.
Definitely, definitely worth it. I'm telling you.
And you can check out our Spotify page.
Yes.
And our Spotify profile. There is a local, regional from Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Nothing but indie metal bands.
Nice.
Some death metal, some black metal, some. It's all over the genre. We use that to try to plug other artists in the area. Just to present the people to listen to us too.
We'll definitely check it out. I'll share it out and, give some love to people from around here for sure. Mechanic Ace, I would have made a shit ton of music if I had internet back then.
Oh, yeah. I can remember when I first started, probably 2009, when I actually started just recording myself, playing guitar and stuff at home and doing covers and stuff. And I can remember sending them to the guys that I grew up playing. I got nothing but time and I got access to the internet. So, and then I had another guy on my personal YouTube channel, and he's like, "Hey, where did you find tabs for this?" I said, "I ain't got the tabs for this. I figured it out." Just the way, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but
it sounds right. Yeah.
Sounds accurate, So
I used to watch a lot of MTV and like videos. I would watch outdoors.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it works.
How many times did we get DVDs or VHS back in the day and rewind to try to catch that part? What the hell are they doing? Yes.
Can I see this hands? Can I see this hand? Can I see what he's doing?
Right,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, pause there. Even in the YouTube videos at the beginning, and you wouldn't have a big tablature. You wouldn't. It was just them pointing the camera to this hand and pointing the camera to that hand. You just got to figure it out. Follow it.
Right. Well, and then half the time too, they'll change it up live because Kerry Signature, he plays one way on the album and then live playing totally different.
I think we're all around the same age. I'm in my 40s, so I think we're, ballpark.
I'm still in my 40s. Thank God.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all pretty much ballpark around the same age because the conversation is,
Yeah. Well, it's funny because. It's funny because. And Joey and I have had this conversation. This is something that is pretty cool, I think. Is both of us said if we would have had these things available to us now and started doing music in our 20s, we'd be a mess. We'd be a mess because we'd be in the drugs and all the other things.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, man. But having a career and stability and money,
I raised a
money,
kid
the
for it.
biggest thing's money.
Money.
Money coming in to now do what you want to do has been the biggest. And a lot of my friends are like, "Damn, man, you're almost 50 and you're playing fucking death metal out there." Yeah, I am.
Fuck yeah, I
Well,
am.
I'm having a fucking good time too. Right.
I mean, like I told you, there's no age. 70
Right.
years old was the oldest gentleman so far. And
I mean, maybe he was what, 72 when he died?
Yep.
Something like that.
I mean, he's still rocking on those drums. The band is called The Rods, if you guys want to check it out. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's badass. Like, seriously. I can't drum anyways. I'm like in my 40s, but I have zero coordination with the hands and the... So I'm not doing it. And on guitar, I can basically only play Four Non-Blondes, What's Up. So I'm not doing a career out of it. I'm not.
Yeah, it was Smoke on the Water and Iron Man back in the day.
At the beginning of Metallica, you know, those doom,
Right.
doom, doom, like just playing the,
That's
yep.
like that first three chords of that or one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, now that I'm comfortable, I can do what I actually love. Absolutely.
Exactly. You know, and that was the thing. It was in my 20s, I could have never afforded a fucking full stack sitting back here and you know, a tube amp and all the guitars that I got and all that shit. There's no way. I couldn't afford to buy software and all of
I
those
still
shit.
can't.
No.
So, yeah, yeah. I can, but just barely, right?
Endorsements, please.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even, you know, everything you kind of evolve. I started the podcast with literally a headset and my phone.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
And then sponsorships come in, and you know, if you're lucky, you get sponsors. You get, so now I am fully equipped, and you know,
Right.
so it's a lot of work, it's a lot of grind, but
Yeah.
you know, but like you said, if I wouldn't have money, I couldn't have started this, because obviously I'm paying, you know, we're paying for the radio, we're paying for the magazine, we're paying for, so you have to have money to be able to.
Yes. Yeah, if I'd have been doing this, and it's funny because I worked with a guy, and I worked in commercial stuff. I worked with a guy from New York back in 96, 95. He had this huge 7-string Ibanez, and he could play, the dude could shred. But because he was so young, he couldn't keep up. He couldn't keep up with the money. But he had to sell all his gear and stuff, move back to New York. And he was like, well, what do I do, man? I'm like, look, you got to work, you got to save, and you got to get back into it. Don't fucking give it up.
Absolutely. Where can we find your merch? We saw some on Bandcamp. We can usually get some at the shows, right?
Yeah, check us out live. We got plenty of shows. Anything on Bandcamp, bear with us. Especially in Canada, you got to know how much it costs to freaking ship up there. I actually have a friend who does their band. God, I can't think of it now. I got it. Hold on, I got it inside. And they're from Canada. Hold on, I'll go get a sticker. I'll show it to you.
All right.
I'll show it to you.
Bands survive on merch. Merch makes the world go round. I mean, merch. We got some Nightfall merch right here. Plenty of merch, but the piece of resistance, I guess. When you get a shovel from the Shovel Monster, like the band is called Shovel Monster, and this is the merch. You get a little shovel.
Oh, cool.
So Shovel Monster merch is amazing. I got my shovel.
Shadow of Everest.
Yes, Shadow of Everest.
They're from Canada. Actually bought like a few of our shirts, and I was like, dude, it's $50 to ship this shit. He was like, I don't care. I want some. So he was like, I'll pay for the shipping. It's totally cool.
That expensive to ship up in Canada?
$20 for something like that. It's crazy.
Wow.
I
I guess it's because of the border and everything, and the,
Yep, it was the customs and all that shit. I could not believe it. But we actually do, and a lot of bands don't do this. I did it for good, getting on Twitter and connecting with other bands. We connect with bands from Texas, Florida, Virginia, Tennessee, Iowa, Washington, Oregon. I mean, Facebook is the place. Australia, that's right.
very nice.
Even South America, right? Brazil. and we share each other's stuff. I mean, just like the community that we have here locally, it's the same thing out there
There's
for
a
the
little
indie
bit of us
bands.
all over the world.
Exactly.
Absolutely, that's what we're doing too. That little community that I told you on Facebook. I'll invite you guys to the little group that I have. It's a private group. It's not really private. I just don't want to get all those count me in people.
Right.
So we kept it private, but I'll invite you guys. You guys can join on any profile you want.
Very cool.
And that's what it is. It's a little community of people that share each other's stuff. And Anger is a big supporter to everybody. So I'm not surprised when he's surprised that, oh, people are listening to my music. It's it's circus metal, like industrial circus metal. How can you not listen to that?
How would
Like,
you not check that out? Exactly.
right? It's so not common. It's,
There you go.
So we're nearing towards the end of the episode. Where can we find you guys on social media?
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We do have our own website, Morghulis.com, and that has links to everything we've got for, like I said, Bandcamp, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, freaking
Everywhere.
Google Play, yeah, everywhere. Pandora, we're there. We're everywhere, right?
Valar Morghulis, are you guys on TikTok?
Yes, we're on TikTok.
Because I know this is the new big platform to try to. I don't do TikTok very well.
I think all of us have a TikTok. I think the only one that uses it the most is probably DJ and Marcus. DJ more than all of us, and he kind of runs our. Him and Marcus kind of run our TikTok page. Marcus and I can run the Instagram page. All of us kind of run the Facebook page, the Twitter page. So we just kind of tag team everything. Like I said, everything we do. Yeah.
Collective effort. I love that.
That's it.
I love that. And you have a new song coming out. Your next song is coming out.
End of September. Joey, where's the calendar?
We're the 1st of September now.
I think it's either the 27th, 29th of September.
All right. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Make sure you save us you send us the pre-save so we could pre-save and get notification when it comes out.
Absolutely.
And so since we're at the end of the episode, you guys know what questions I'm gonna ask you now. So you guys had a little taste of it earlier.
Yeah.
Here it is again for you guys. If you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself at any age, what would you tell yourself? And there's no wrong answers. We had drink more, drink less, and
I got all my drinking done, my hard drinking anyway, back when I was in college. So me, for me, it would be that first love. It's not going to be the last. Okay, because that's where Bereft of Light came from, those lyrics. And we've got a few songs that we still play that were old with our old lineup that we're moving forward with the new lineup because they're very different now. And like you just said, he's added lyrics. But that was real personal to me. That's the only song that I've actually wrote the lyrics to and all the way completely. And it would have me pretty tore up for about a year. That's the whole reason I moved 3 states away was that relationship. But you grow and you move on. So that would be my advice to my 18-year-old, 19-year-old self is it's not going to be the last. Don't let it kick you in the teeth.
that's some good advice for sure.
Joey?
But,
Eat more vegetables? Is that it?
No. I probably would tell myself no, because I'd be too stubborn to listen. Everything happens for a reason. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. I'd go to fun.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Because
I've lived the stories, but I learned from my mistakes.
what's the
Yeah.
country lyric?
Oh no,
You want to laugh? Tell God you're
Oh no.
right?
I don't know.
Exactly my answer. I don't know country.
At the end of the day, you know, everybody tries to plan, and you want to have a plan. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's okay to have a backup. Like I said, roll with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
didn't.
can't let it keep.
I didn't start doing this stuff because I was bored with it. I think I was going to chance to do it.
Right,
I mean,
right.
you never pick up.
That sounds cliche as hell, but it's true.
It is true. It is true. I had Justice from Statues telling me the same thing. I wouldn't be here today if I told myself any different. If I told myself to do something
Right.
else, we might not be here today.
Exactly.
I would, you know, the simple stuff. I'd just tell myself that your ideas are not stupid. Go for it.
There
You
you
know,
go.
like it's, you know.
I'm keeping on.
That's it.
Well, guys, we had Valar Morghulis here tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Guys that were here listening, Anger, Mechanic A, Joshua, Kat. I mean, you guys are fucking rock stars. Thank you for being here tonight.
Very much for joining us.
Whenever you guys want to come back, if ever you want to be a little more talkative there, Joey, let me know. Maybe I could bring you alone one night and try to have a conversation that way.
Yeah, let him get a couple beers in him. He'll be fine.
There you go. I'll make sure to come see you at the next show and bring you a beer. That way you can have a beer and we can have a conversation.
That'll
If
work.
you tell me to
That'll
shut
work.
the hell up.
I don't think so. I think we'll have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. But make sure you tell us when the next show is, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If there's anything we can do for you guys to help promote, please send us a message and we're there.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it so much.
Anything you want to say to your fans before you go?
Be on the lookout on September 29th, like we said, and we'll post flyers and everything to every social media. You guys get a chance, if we're in the area, come out, hang out with us, and hope to have a good time and enjoy it. Thanks for listening.
Coming to the show.
Yeah,
Means a lot.
absolutely. Means a lot. Means the world to us.
We love y'all.
Have a good night, guys. Creep Boat creeping in just at the end. Creep Boat, another great band from around here.
Cool.
So,
Oh, yeah.
all right,
Thank you
guys.
very much. Appreciate it.
This was the NYXUS podcast. I'll catch you guys on Monday. All right. I'll see you guys later.
See ya. Later.
Bye.